to the brand new season of Epic or Trash. I know this is season 2, and I can't believe I just held up a 3 when that's supposed to be 2. We're in season 2 of Epic or Trash. Season 1 was fantastic, but I wanted to make some changes and do some new things with it. So I hope you guys don't mind that. And moving forward, I'm kind of going to be hosting it by myself for a while. I'm going to bring on some guests here and there. But like I said, I want to make some changes, do some crazy things with this show. And I want to clear up some misunderstandings about the show, because I've had a few people hit me up and ask me or tell me, like, hey, is your show a commentary show? Or, hey, is your show this? No, this is mostly a reactionary show where I react to content. I do give some criticism and some opinions, but I also love praising content, because the whole reason for this show existing is because I want to praise great content and I want to criticize bad content. Not just because I want to tear the YouTuber down, it's because I want them to grow. I want to see YouTubers grow and become great people and do great things with their content and the things that they make. And so, my apologies to anyone who may have misunderstood that. That was never my intentions to take you guys down a peg or destroy you. I want to see people grow. Now, there's a couple of YouTubers like Review Tech USA who I legitimately had a feud with for a while, but I've since moved on from that because there's honestly no real point in that. I'm not a drama YouTuber, unlike some people will have you believe I am not. So with all that being stated, we're going to go back to our good old buddy, 8BitEric, with one of his latest videos called Hard Drive Editor Meltdown. Calls fans Nazis and pushes the woke agenda. As you can tell, I like this video, and you'll see why I like this video, and why I think it's a great video. So let's go ahead and start it.
Another day, another woke journalist melting completely down over Trump winning the election. So we have a post here by Grums who says popular gaming parody site Hard Drive Mag is now engaging in unlawful hiring practices focusing on female, trans, and LGBTQ plus writers. So we've seen this. Even literally, like Ubisoft has a mentorship program that excludes men and anybody that doesn't identify as a woman or non-binary from joining it. So this is the latest craze. Let's cut men out. They're the fucking problem. They're the issue. And Grums goes on to call out editor Matt Fresh. And he says, Matt Fresh believes everyone on X is a Nazi and has deleted all his posts here. If you've been following Hard Drive, you should know about how it's completely dominated by wokies. Vote accordingly with your clicks and wallet. So that's no surprise. Anything that's a video game industry type of thing is infected with a whole bunch of journalists. We've already recognized that this year.
Yeah, that's been pretty common lately, seeing that. Also, I meant to mention this at the beginning, but I forgot. Well, the biggest reason why I had been making a lot of content was because, the long story short, I broke my MacBook Pro by spilling spray cleaner. Not spray cleaner, e-tech cleaner that I used to clean the screen off and the keyboard and everything. I spilled it into the keyboard and broke some of the keys. So I had to ship it off to get it repaired. And that took quite a while. So it has nothing to do with any drama that I've been in or whatever people tell you. No, that was not the truth of why I wasn't really posting content. I wasn't posting content because I didn't have access to my workhorse machine. So I learned my lesson: be careful around technology, especially when you're trying to clean it, because otherwise you'll break keyboards. So yay me. That's what happened. Don't believe anybody else's story. That's legitimately what happened, and it sucks. It is what it is. Now, to get back onto what he was talking about with the journalists, yeah, I've noticed that, especially when Trump won the election, so many people were flying out the rails and just going nuts. I mean, going crazy. I had never seen such insanity. It was like,
oh my God!
Just one more time.
Oh my God!
The amount of people's stupidity, I feel like most of them were
dumbass. You're a dumbass. You're great.
That's legitimately what it felt like, honestly, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of them were either being dumbasses or just being cuckoo crazy. And it was, at first it was funny to me, and then after a while I just started getting sad, and I just started feeling bad. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, I don't know if it's worth it to even joke about it anymore. But anyhow, that was at least my experience. Let's continue.
Here's their Twitter, 313K followers plus, right? And looks like the usual stuff, just generic post here or there. And, for having 300,000 followers, their posts are hit or miss. It looks like they're doing much better than Kotaku. Kotaku sometimes doesn't even get 30 likes on any of this post. But beneath the light, most of these people, they're deranged. They're super fucking deranged, which is what Grums is trying to point out on here. So let's look at some of the things right here. This is their post that is excluding men. And I guess technically it is unlawful. So you can see down below, this is a quote tweet, but C. Robert Cargill on the bottom says, "To my fellow dude creatives, the war on women people said wasn't happening is fucking happening out in the open. The culture war is raging, but we are the culture. Follow women creatives, promote women, produce their work, hire them for your projects and rooms. Women can't win this one alone." So to get political, there's this whole thing where all these modern feminists are thinking that they're going to be genocided and killed and have all their rights removed, and we're going to be in 1889 again and all this crap. No, it's not. What it comes down to is all these people have been indoctrinized. They've been...
And Eric's got a point there, is that all these people talk about how they're going to lose all their rights and they're going to lose this and they're going to lose that. The problem is you've got the 14th and 15th Amendment plus the 19th Amendment that protects your rights as a woman. It protects your rights no matter what your race is, that everyone is allowed to have equal rights under the Constitution of the United States of America. No president nor Congress can veto that unless they can give a good reason as to why. Unless 2/3 the majority of both sections of Congress and the president agrees to have the amendment removed, cannot have the amendment removed, and you cannot write a law that blatantly goes against it, or even could remotely go against a constitutional right. That is how the United States works. And it's sad to see that a lot of people don't know that and don't understand that their rights are still protected no matter what president gets in office. And indoctrination can go either way with that one. Because honestly, I wouldn't say it's so much indoctrination. I say more of it's just people believing crazy thoughts and processes and conspiracy theories rather than looking at the cold hard facts. And the cold hard fact says your rights are still protected. Now, again, when it comes, and I'm not going to touch too much on politics because I'm not a politic channel, but I am going to say stuff like Roe v. Wade was a perfect example of why I despise the Democratic Party, is because you had all this opportunity to protect that, to make it a right, and you chose not to. Yet I'm supposed to believe you're going to protect women's rights when you didn't protect that. Yeah, right. You're not going to convince me that they're going to protect women's rights when they didn't protect the federal right to abortion. When they didn't protect that. And they should have. So that's why I won't vote Democrat like that. I'm just not going to. If you're not going to do what you say and you're going to use that as a key to win the election, it's manipulation in my book. At least in my opinion, it's manipulation. It's wrong, and it's sad that happened. And Eric's right. This is indoctrination. Now that I think about it, it really is indoctrination. Maybe that whole spiel was wrong, but it's just, that's how I see it. Anyhow, let's continue. Oh, yeah, I want to clear something up real quick. Just so that way you guys know where I stand, I am pro-gun, pro-abortion. I believe in the idea that you are allowed to do as you wish with your body, and I believe you have the right to protect yourself from those who would try to steal that away from you. That's what I believe, for clarification. Anyhow, let's continue.
Told by their professors and all their freaking idols that they look up to, all of this falsified bullshit. And they hate men. They're all programmed to hate men, which, funny enough, you write for a gaming magazine. The main consumer of gaming is men. So they hate you, they hate me, they hate all of us, and if we don't comply, if we're not part of this echo chamber, we're right-wing grifters, guys. We're rage-bait grifters. They cannot fathom a world where people don't need labels like preferred pronouns, or a label like their gender, or a label like, oh, I'm oppressed, or whatever like that. So they live and die by the label. And they have to cut out people to feel better about themselves, which is what this is. So you can see Matt Fresh said, we're always looking for new writers at Hard Drive, and specifically, I'd love to get more female, trans, and LGBT writers on board that can write funny articles that speak to those group experiences in gaming, entertainment, and online culture. So pitch if you're funny. So they have a link to a pitch. Right? Now, I have not looked up Matt Fresh's Twitter account, but I already know enough just by looking up here. Reposted by Kate Bush's husband. One of the most deranged people. I have no idea why they have any kind of clout on X that they do, where anybody takes them seriously. But this dude, it's an Antifa guy. He has no boundaries when it comes to personal information, private information of anybody, and he just goes with the narrative. So,
oh boy. I love people like that that just like post people's personal information. It's like, oh, hey, this is where they live. This is what they do. How about we go get them? It's like, what the fuck, man? Really? Like, I get if you're trying to protect the job, or if like somebody slandering you, like, hey, this is the account who's doing it. This is the person who's doing it. I get that. But it's a whole nother thing when you're just straight up like doxing the person's house and their spouse and their kids, and you're just like, we need to take this person down. Let's take them down. Like, no, nah, that don't sit right with me. That don't sit right at all. Anyhow, let's continue.
Continuing on, we got Matt Fresh with another bullshit thing right here in response to somebody named Comfortably Numb saying it's catch 22. Big accounts aren't moving here because they have large following, and the following is not moving because the big accounts they follow aren't moving. And this is all on Blue Sky, by the way, the new outlet where all these people think is going to become the next Twitter. They're all sad and crying over the election, so they moved to Blue Sky. That's why Twitter's a little less gay and annoying and toxic. So Matt Fresh says, I don't want people on here that care more about follower count than meaningful engagement. They're part of what ruined Twitter even before the Nazis showed up. So
that's why I fucking hate. That's why I hate that so much, because it just comes off like, oh, look at me. I'm on this new platform that is, but Nazis. Like, motherfucker, you were on Twitter for fucking decades. Or however long Twitter's been around, now called X, but when Twitter was around, and you're telling me just now you're going to start calling out the Nazis? Really? Fucking really? Yeah, see, people like that, I believe, are...
Dumbass. You're a dumbass. You're great.
That's what they are. They're dumbasses. And I hate that. I fucking hate that so much. Because it's so annoying. It's just like, I'll reduce platform because it's not toxic. Bullshit. You give it like 5 minutes. Literally, Facebook or Meta open up Threads that was supposed to be the alternative to Twitter. I jumped on there. I was great with fucking tons of toxic people from men are this, and I hate men. I want to kill men, this and that and the other. And it's like, what the fuck? I was told this was not toxic. Now, I did finally manage to weed out a lot of those accounts and follow the accounts that are actually about being positive, about lifting people up. And now it's fucking credit card fraud. Now you go on there, it's fucking credit card fraud. It's like, what the fuck? Just blatantly, openly selling people's personal information and credit cards that is not yours. And it's like, what the fuck? I hate that. That's why I don't want to go on Blue Sky, because I don't want to deal with that. Pirate Software pointed out that you tend to get more meaningful interactions with your fans there than you do on Twitter, or now X, whichever one you want to call it. I call it Twitter X. The thing is that honestly, I'm not really sure, especially now with everything that's happened. I really don't think it's meaningful, or not in the way that people are saying it is. That's just, like I said, my opinion. Let's continue.
Why they lost the popular vote and why they lost the vote, because they're calling all this garbage, they're calling all this Nazis, they're spewing hateful rhetoric, and you can see Matt Fresh announcing that he's left Twitter, deleted all my tweets last night. I'm officially done there, right? So good on him. This guy is clown shoes. Now, apparently he wrote a response, which here's the response. Matt Fresh, editor for Hard Drive Mag, has a message for you and violates TOS to let you know he wants you dead. The mask is off. He then posts a follow-up image after calling every one of you Nazis. This is the media. This is the face of tolerance and empathy. Do not give them an inch. They will take it and more. So posting a Nazi thing. Oh, let's punch Nazis in.
Yeah, Indiana Jones and like the Raiders of the Lost Ark. That's fucking great. He's going after Raiders of the Lost Ark. That's fantastic. Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. I am just wow. Wow.
That's all they do. That's all they fucking say. Everybody's a Nazi. If you're not in the echo chamber. And he posted this. I've been made aware that Gamergate losers have seen my post here and shared it with Grums on Twitter. So hopefully they see this as well and share it with him. You are worthless human beings. You don't have lives worth living. You're in fact Nazis and you should kill yourselves, right? So the intolerant guys. Why?
I feel like this violates Blue Sky's TOS. I really feel like it violates TOS of Blue Sky. And I highly doubt they're supportive of people like that. Really? You want people to kill themselves because they have a difference of opinion? Are you serious? Like, no wonder why a lot of my older friends say they hate the internet or they hate social media. And they believe that it's toxic. It's people like this. It is people like this who decide that they are going to fuck around a lot, and they need to
stop fucking around.
But too bad they will never stop because they are a
dumbass. You're a dumbass. You're great.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Please let me know in the comment section if I'm wrong. Because honestly, that's all I see is a bunch of dumbasses who sit there and act like, oh, yeah, I'm all perfect. He says I'm not like a Nazi like you. It's like, the fuck you mean you're not a Nazi? What the fuck are you talking about? How are any of us Nazis? We're not advocating for the mass genocide of Jewish people, the mass genocide of Amish people. Not Amish, well, Amish people included. Not any black people, Asian people, Indians, Native Americans. Let's see. The Muslim faith, anyone from the Muslim faith or Muslim cultures. We're not advocating for any genocide, period. We don't advocate for that. We're not pushing for that. We don't want that. That's not what we want. We just want to live our way of life and not have your opinion shoved down our throat 24/7. How does that make us a Nazi? Like, can someone please explain to me how not wanting your political beliefs shoved down my throat is me being a Nazi? It's one thing if you want to have that conversation, that's fine, but I'm like, it's another thing when you literally walk up to somebody like, if you don't believe the way I believe, Like, that's my problem with extremist religious people. Like, I'm a Christian. I'm just going to let you know. But I tend to despise a lot of people, Christians and any other faiths, who push their religion down your throat. That if you don't believe this, we have to do this and this and that. Well, we're going to murder you if you don't believe in Christ. It's like, well, that's not what Christ called you to do. That's not your job. You're not a judge. You're not a jury. You're not an executioner. You're a witness. That's all you are. I imagine it's going to be similar with the Muslim faith. I imagine it's going to be similar with the Jewish faith. I'm not very well educated in these, so I'm only saying I'm imagining. Because I believe that because I know people from those faiths, and I know that a lot of them are very respectful, very kind, very loving people. And that's why I hate the extremists so fucking much. They piss me off. And just like, I don't like alt-right people. I think alt-right people are fucking crazy because it's like just over the top for no reason. The same way I despise the extreme leftists because it's like over the fucking top bullshit that shouldn't be happening. You should not be forcing me to sit in a box with a bunch of pronouns. Why the fuck does my pronouns matter? Why can't you just talk to me like a human being? Why can't you just say, hey, AJ? Why can't you call me by my name? Hey, AJ, can you come over here and talk to me a second? Or, hey, AJ, can you come get this for me real quick? Or just like, hey, hon, can you go get this? Or, hey there, fella, can you go get this for me? Like, what's wrong with that? What is wrong with that? Someone in the comment section, please tell me. I want to know. I want to know two things. One, how does that make me a Nazi for... How does that make me a Nazi for wanting to not have your opinion shoved down my throat? And two, what is so wrong with, just calling me by my name? Why do I have to have pronouns? It's just... It makes no sense to me. But let's continue.
So angry is what I want to know. Why are these people so angry all the fucking time? Let me get some Sprite. Why are they so angry? Anyways, as usual and as suspected, these people are nuts and they're getting cooked in the comments. You can see, of course, he did all this after fleeing X, deleting all his posts, and then going protected. Smash says, the fuck is wrong with these people? And Grum says they've been allowed to say violent things for so long that they feel they can get away with it. Kaida, shouts to Kaida, says, damn, I didn't know I could be a black Nazi. Savvy says, what a strange thing to say. Who's this loser again? Only losers wish death for others over video games. And that's right, Savvy's.
Yeah, Savvy's got a point. Again, I go back to the fact that us people who are more conservatives, we're not Nazis. We don't hate black people. We don't hate other races. We don't. I've never ran into anyone who was racist like that. Never. I never have. You know why? And I live in the state of fucking Georgia. Yeah, I live in the state of Georgia. I'm doxing myself. Even though I've talked about like a million fucking times that I live in the state of Georgia, I'm doxing myself once more to say that I live in the state of Georgia all my life. And I've never ran into racist people. You know why? Because the majority of us here don't give a fuck about race. Because race doesn't matter. It matters about who you are as a person and what's in your heart and who you are. That's all that matters. And I'm sick and tired of these labels, of this kind of thing that you have to have this label. You have to be. It's like, no. Instead of being oppressed, why don't you uprise? Why don't you step up to the plate and be like, motherfucker, I don't care. I'm going to reach to the fucking top, whether you like it or not. I wish more people had that attitude, that a can-do attitude. Like, you know what? Even if these people are fucking against me, even if I know for a fact that the world threw me the world's most horrible fucking curveball, and that life is not just handing me lemons, but straight up throwing lemons at me, and I'm gonna make lemonade and splash it right back in life's face and tell life it can suck it. I wish more people were like that, honestly, instead of acting like this in this crazy, just nonsensical ideologies. And then it's like to tell people to kill themselves over fucking video game opinions. It's just so sad. It really is. It's really just sad. Because, like, that's what takes? Is that what it takes to upset you? It's just someone telling you a difference of opinion that you go to the point that you want them to kill themselves? It's like, the fact that you wish death like that upon people is just sad. And it tells me you really do need help. You need to seek help. In my opinion, this gentleman needs to seek help. I doubt he will, but I really hope they do. Anyhow, let's continue.
The nail on the head. It's over video games. Why are these people obsessed with fucking ruining video games? Let's look up Matt Fresh. Let's see if I could find him on here. See if he even has me blocked. I guess he's completely gone. So hard drive mag is the only thing left in regards to his presence. I don't even think Matt Fresh's actual account appears anymore. He fully went blue sky. So interestingly enough, these people are fucking nuts. You see, King Yorha says he just told me to go end myself. He didn't have to go out. He's way just to do that for me. Now let's report him. It's also projection. He's literally describing himself. They're also easily triggered given their positions in the industry. You would think these are intelligent people, but this is the dumbest response imaginable. Completely exposing this guy's hate and accomplishing nothing else. They've been nuts, guys. They've all been fucking nuts, and they lack professionalism. Every single journalist now gets so easily triggered, gets violent, makes things sexual, just goes nuts, goes ape shit over every single fucking thing that goes against their grain. And they wonder why they get laid off. They wonder why they lose their jobs so easily. I mean, think about it. Carolyn Petit on Kotaku, they're next. They were bad-mouthing Geo Media. They're absolutely fucking next. Alyssa Mercante was showing the way off on her day off. She got fired on her day off. And hard drive mag.
That's the truth. Is that it's just like, it makes no sense to me, man. Like, I made my mistakes. Don't get me wrong. I made my mistakes, but at least I've owned up to them. I've owned up to my mistakes. Like, these people, they just don't. Not only they don't, but they brag about it. They straight up, like, Alyssa Mercante is a perfect example. Someone brags about, like, half the things she said. Like, she brags about all the abortions she's had. And I'm like, that's not something I would brag about. And the reason I say that is because, like, that comes off like you're cold and heartless and callous to women who can't have children or are forced to have abortions because if they have children, they will die, or the child will die, or both of them will die. I'm like, do you not care about them? Are they not allowed to have a little bit of fucking respect? Just a little bit? I'm like, so the fact you're bragging about it, not only that, when you brag about stuff like that, that also puts in the implication of politicians who may be reading and watching this stuff, because a lot of them are a lot more tech savvy than they will let you in on. Will be like, well, we got people acting like this, so if we go ahead and ixnay it, then we can get rid of these people. I'm like, it's just, you're screwing other women over by acting like that. In my opinion, that's what you're doing. You're screwing over your fellow woman doing that. Again, that is my opinion. I could be wrong. I don't have any scientific data to back up my opinion, but it is just my opinion. I think that's wrong to brag about it like that. It's one thing to say, look, I've had to have multiple abortions because I didn't have a choice. Like, again, going back to I was going to die, or say, I had no real way to take care of the child. I have no parents that they could fall back to. And the father wasn't going to be there, and I didn't want that child to be raised just by me, who is struggling to just take care of myself. And I didn't want to give it away because I didn't want that child to have the worst set of possibilities, because the adoption system is so fucking horrendous. It really is. It's so bad. And I feel so bad for so many orphans. And if I could, I would adopt. And that is something I've legitimately considered doing when when I finally meet someone and we handle the rest of the stuff, that besides having biological children, I have really considered adopting children and giving them a shot at life that they didn't have otherwise. Because in my opinion, it truly sucks to see a lot of them not get that opportunity in life like they should. Again, like I said, that's my opinion. Anyhow, let's go ahead and finish this video.
Absolutely nuts. I'm curious to see if on their newest post, if they're getting fucking trashed. Oh, here we go. Quite the take on Veterans Day with the screenshot about Nazis. Has Matt Fresh been fired? Let's look at this reply. Patreon says, they tagged Patreon saying, is this okay? Yeah, because apparently Hard Drive Mag has a Patreon. Fire Matt. It's pathetic. It's hilarious how pathetic these little dudes are. So yeah, they're getting attacked. This is beyond messed up. They're quote tweeting. Trollstadamus is gay. So yeah, everybody is now resharing this. Like literally 28 seconds ago. 22 minutes ago, have you fired Matt Fresh yet? Calling half the country Nazis is really bad fucking look. Do something about it. Fire him. So, I mean, you attack literally like half the fucking, the country, majority of the consumer base. You call them Nazis. It's going to backlash on you. This is going to haunt you. The internet never fucking forgets. And now I guarantee you, after every fucking thing that they post going forward, we're going to see him just getting completely felted in the comments. So let me know your thoughts, guys, on the newest Journo meltdown in the comment section down below. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Help me. I'm on the way to 94,000 subscribers. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching.
You saw Nintendo is suing a streamer.
And that's the end of the video, guys. So let me know what you think about it. In my opinion, on a scale of epic or trash, I think that the video was a epic video. I think he did a great job. I think the guy who was in the video who made the comments about killing them, wanting people to kill themselves over difference of opinions.
You're a dumbass. You're great.
And hopefully they get help. But anyhow, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below about everything I've said and what Eric has said. Do you agree or disagree with him? Why not? Do you agree or disagree with what I've said? Let me know in the comment section below. Make sure you hit the thumbs up if you liked it. Hit the thumbs down if you didn't like it. I don't know if the thumbs down button still works or not, so I guess here one. Hit that share button. Share it with your friends and your family. Share it with your groups. Make sure to check out the Patreon below to support my channel and join the Discord server. That's right. Come on, join my Discord server, the new and improved Discord server. We have a lot of fun there. I've got a new co-owner. He's a very kind and wonderful gentleman. Should come meet him. We're going to start having movie nights again. So if you want to participate in movie nights or you want to participate in potential gaming nights, that's eventually coming to my server as well. Then come on, hit that link below. And if you want to help support the Discord channel, and if you want to help support the community as a whole, consider joining my Patreon for $2 a month. Well, $5, $35 if you want extra merch, and $50 if you're extremely generous. And like I said, I appreciate everyone's help. I appreciate everyone who's hit that subscribe button. And until next time, this is AJ Timms of the Dinner Timms, signing out. Have a great one, everyone.